gentlemen, it's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? It's showtime.
Yo.
Yo.
Say, fellas.
You can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to another night of Island Boys Football Talk. We got everybody in the building again tonight. We got Dizzle representing the Philadelphia Eagles. We got C-Money representing the San Francisco 49ers. And we Sweetie representing the Carolina Panthers.
Kid, you the sun in my eye. I don't put on my shades, man. I'm just sun in my eye.
Tell Jerry Jones. Put on some blinders on them shades and the windows.
As you can see, it's a good week. All three teams secured a victory this past week, week 10, as the Panthers beat the Giants in Munich. Philly trounced the Cowboys, and the Niners beat the Buccaneers. So it was a good week. But we're live streaming off of our YouTube platform, Island Boys Football Talk. Show, of course, will go up on Twitter shortly. But before we usually start, we obviously please like and subscribe to our page. If you're a big football fan, especially Panthers, Niners, or Eagles fans, like and subscribe to our page. And if you do want to show your love and appreciation, you can send us a cash app at # Island Boys Talk. So you can like and subscribe and also show your love by sending us a cash app. But like we said, it's week 10. Week 10 is in the books. It was a good week all around. All three teams secured victories. We'll go into that. Panthers have a bye coming up this week. The Eagles have a Thursday night showdown against the Commanders, and then the Niners has a Sunday showdown against the Seahawks. So we'll go through all three teams as we usually do. I'll probably just go first because that game was in Munich first. Since 2021, the Panthers have not secured back-to-back wins until Sunday. Sorry. It was the first time since 2021 that we secured back-to-back wins by the Panthers beating the Giants in overtime in Munich. Early game for us to watch, but nonetheless, it was a good game for me to watch and enjoy. I think the Panthers were in control of that game throughout the whole game. If you really look at it, Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones at this point in his career. It's just not a good quarterback.
Yep.
And what we can really see was the Panthers' defense, as bad as they were, getting some pieces back and started to play a lot better than how they were playing. Especially one of my favorite signings, DJ Wonnum, came back after he had I think it was tricep surgery in the offseason. He was going to be good, and then he got some blood clots that fans didn't know about. They crucified him because he wasn't playing, but it came out that he did get some blood clots, and it was pretty serious. But he was back on the field, got a sack, got some pressures, got some big stops. You can just see him, Ishan Robinson, and Jadeveon Clowney making positive impact on the defense. As well as Joseph June. All of those are acquisitions that Evero wanted. Joseph Jewell, Jadavion Clowney, Ishan Robinson, Jordan Fuller, and DJ Warner. And you see them coming together, it was a much better game. Granted, you played against the Giants that suck, but it's still a game that you still got to play. JC Han, another stellar performance. He's been playing at a high level, but it'll bring me to the offensive side of the ball. The defense is what we know how the defense is. A lot of persons that come in on 1 year deals for no. But I showed KG a stat today. I was gonna post it in our stat in our chat, but there's a top 10 rookie receiver list right now. See if I can put just straight through to this. I don't know if you can see, cause I got a camouflage thing. Oh Jesus Christ, I can't even see.
Yes, he-
Right there. But top 10 rookies in receiving yards. Um, let's see if I could get it up. I want to see the seat. Is he?
I can't make it up, but the Z.
Fancy, yeah. All right, top 10 receiving yards in the NFL. Rookies. Malik Neighbors at 607 receiving yards. Brian Thomas at 607 receiving yards. That's first and second. Well, tied for first. Brock Bowers third at 580 receiving yards. Fourth, Marvin Harrison, 499 yards. Fifth is McConkey, 492 yards. Sixth is Keon Coleman, 417 yards. Seventh is Roma Dunazé at 414 yards. And eighth, ninth, and 10th are all Panthers. Xavier Leggett, Jalen Cooker, Jatavion Sanders at 284, 263, 253. Now, I was telling KG earlier, if so, we got three rookies playing. Just basically put it as if two of those rookies, Jalen Cooker and Xavier Leggett, or one receiver, that'd be 447 receiving yards. That would have put them in fifth, around there. Plus, you got Jatavion Sanders at 253. So the Panthers are doing a good job building the offensive side of the ball with some young players. Jatavion Sanders, the tight end, had two good games, two solid games this past 2 weeks. I was telling KG, Jalen Coker, he's a really, really good road runner. He's getting open on routes that some receivers find it hard to get open on. And then, as KG said, he's a fan of Leggett. Leggett's always getting touchdown catches, but also he's making an impact now. And you can see the Panthers utilizing the young core. We still haven't talked about Jonathan Brooks because he hasn't played as yet. He should be back against the game against Kansas City. But for the time being, you got Chuba Hubbard, who just signed a 4-year, $33.2 million extension, and then followed it up with, I think 138 rushing yards and a touchdown. So the offensive nucleus is actually coming together. The wild card still is Bryce Young. We know that. And I was telling KG today, I wasn't drafting a quarterback this year because the offensive side of the ball is coming together. I'll give him one full year next year, and then I will draft. Maybe Canales and them sees it differently, but teams are coming together. The team is coming together on the offensive side of the ball. You got a young Coker, a young Leggett, a young Jatavion Sanders, a young Jonathan Brooks, a young Chuba Hubbard, a young Bryce Young, and a solid, very, very solid. The Giants are top 5, I think top 3 in sacks this year. They gave up. We only allowed 1 sack for the entire game. Sexy Dexy. The only thing he was walking up on is on the ground. Kind of pushing him down on the ground. Of course, there was a Brian Burns revenge game. I think the first play of the game, he got a sack.
Yeah.
Because and that was it. Brian Burns was nowhere to be found after that. So credit to the Panthers where credit is due. I mean, we only scored 20 points, but we left about 10 points out there. We could have scored a way more points. I still got questions about how Dave Canales calls these games. I don't think he puts Bryce Young in the best outcome at times, best situation at times. I got an issue with that. But if you got two-headed monster or Jonathan Brooks in Chuba Hubbard. You pound the rock. Pound the rock because the line is paving the way. That's going to open up passing lanes for Leggett. That's going to open up passing lanes for Coco. That's going to open up passing lanes for Sanders. Now we get back Adam Thielen, which is your true slot receiver. So you got Coco and Leggett on the outside and Thielen in the middle, who is a very, very savvy thing. I was telling KJ again also, the Panthers' big missing piece on offense is a speed demon. We got no speed. We got crisp players. Leggett is a speedster in his own way, but he's a big, like, Metcalf type speedster. You need a speed demon like a Tank Dale or one of those guys that can, you could use him around different areas. And that's going to open up the offense even more. Well, we got to see if Bryce Young could get him the ball on the field. But Bryce has been playing much better since the bench. And I remember a lot of fans and even us was talking about that issue. And some of even persons that we talked to didn't like the Bryce Young bench and, we did him bad. Well, a lot of persons, especially analysts, that said that we did Bryce Young bad by benching him, eat back them words. Because, what most persons are saying? He looks like a different player now after the benching. He just needed some time off to regroup mentally, let the game slow down, see it from the sideline. Sometimes players need to do that. Not because he's the number one pick. You know who actually needs a timeout right now? Caleb Williams. He need a timeout too. But what they do, they fire the offensive coordinator because he fault. That ain't going to change how the offensive line playing. He obviously seen the field properly. Bryce Young was the same way. Those first 2 games of the season, we all saw how bad it was. It was not a good 2 games. We made a decision to bench him. We took all the criticism. But anyone that watched Panthers games would know benching Bryce Young was the best thing for him because he needed to step back and just relax. Now, these past few games, he's looked a lot better. He's still missing a few throws. He's off his back foot a little bit sometimes, but his footwork looks much more improved. His confidence looks much more improved. And, the team is looking a lot better as we go on. Down the stretch is a little difficult. We got the Chiefs, and then you got the Eagles. We can beat the Cowboys. I think we could beat the Buccaneers. We could beat the Falcons. We could beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals playing good right now. And probably some other team I can't remember. But the Panthers on a whole, I ain't gonna look too far into the offseason, but just judging from the Munich game, was a much better overall performance. We still lack the run game. We got, defending the run. We still got to defend the run. Tracy still had over 100 yards. I think plugging in Derek Brown in there could make a big difference. As I keep telling Shane, as a big fan of Mason Graham, I hope we take ourselves out of the Mason Graham territory, because right now we'll be picking 9th or 10th. I think people may not want to pick a defensive tackle that high. I was picking Mason Graham, I was 4 or 5. But I don't know. But him and Derek Brown combo, that can create a lot of havoc up the middle. So I like that idea. But I think we got stuff to roll with a little momentum. I don't know if the momentum is going to stop now that you got a boy week. That can kill momentum. But Bryce Young only had about 120 something passing yards, which don't look good on paper, but he did what he needed. If my running game ran for over 150 yards, why care how much yards I threw, how much yards the Panthers threw for? Bryce Young went 50 for 25, 126 yards, a touchdown. He had another touchdown, them call it back. Chuba Hubbard had 28 rushes, 153 yards in a touchdown. Bryce Young had 2 rushes for 30 yards. I think KG wasn't there, but me and Shane was saying maybe they should make him use his feet more to help, which is true. Because he's fair. The quarterback he is more like an improviser. He can use his feet, push the pocket out, and then also
You might get a little shitty.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so having Bryce Young use his feet sometimes when he needs to get out of shit, that's 183 rushing yards. So all those stuff you really got to look at. But credit where credit is due. I remember when Parsons lost to the Panthers, they're saying that's like the worst. The CNC, that's the worst thing ever in the history of football, losing to the Panthers. Well,
what did Giant say?
I think they just say that the Panthers make Daniel Jones play last snap as a New York Giant. That's why I hear it.
I agree with that.
So it looked like you're supposed to lose to the Panthers is a cardinal sin to lose to the Panthers. I don't really understand. I know we this suckish and this, but people say we are an organization, but it actually looking better now because people starting to respect Dan Morgan and Canales and Tepper in meddling to beat football. So I could think of a few bad front offices. I could think of the Giants. I could think of the Browns. I could think of the Saints. Remember the worse position than me. I could think of the Bears because Bears, I don't know. So the Panthers actually trending up, and the last thing I tell KG today Shane, was I finally starting to enjoy football again. The first few weeks of the NFL season, I couldn't enjoy it. It's always headache. I had to come here and force myself to go on the show and talk Panthers football. Past few weeks, and win or lose, I don't expect us to go playoffs, but when you got a young team, what are you looking for as each game play? You're looking at progression. Leggett is slowly progressing. Coker is slowly progressing. Sanders is slowly progressing. I can't wait to get Jonathan Brooks on the field. I think Jonathan Brooks is going to be a beast on the field too. Him and Chuba Hubbard. Bryce Young is progressing. Now you got to consider, Bryce Young ain't doing enough to warrant me to just give him the keys. But he actually looks better than before he benching. So there's all positives. Defense actually getting healthy. John Fuller was back, like I said. You got J.C. Hahn and Mike Jackson playing good. Trevor Wallace, the third round rookie. I'll tell you one thing. The Panthers being known for having suckish draft classes. Suckish. This draft class actually is a very good draft class by Dan Mark. I'll give credit to where credit is due. We haven't seen Jonathan Brooks yet, but Jonathan Brooks is highly touted coming out of college. Xavier Leggett has been playing good. Third round pick, Trevor Wallace. He's been playing really good. Fourth round pick, Jatavian Sanders, been playing really good. Jalen Coker, the undrafted free agent. Shaq Smith Wade is the cornerback. He's been playing in and out, but a little inconsistent. And then Comedy, a defensive end of Texas A&M. He's not played yet because he was injured, but he should be back as the bye week goes as well. So I can say I'm liking what I see from the Panthers these past 2 games. They showed a lot of fight. It means that the team is still within. And another thing could be too is, you get out the bad luggage out of the past. I remember when we traded Deontay Johnson and we got nothing for him, and Parsons were kicking up. Deontay Johnson can't even make the field on the Baltimore Ravens side. And then them asked Mike Tomlin how you feel about facing Deontay Johnson, and Mike Tomlin response was, well, the Ravens got bigger and better pieces that we actually have to focus on. So you know what Mike Tomlin can't leave on nobody, on nothing. I think he put that on himself too.
Yeah.
So the fact that we only swapped picks, everyone was thinking, well, no, he wanted them. He was being a negative impact on the team. Now you getting the young players, and I'm looking down the road. I'm taking it 1 week at a time, but my vision is for the future that this team can get better. I still think we are number 1 receiver away. We can get a big time receiver, but I also think we need a speedster that you can get through the draft. But the team is trending in the right direction. Credit to Damar. Not Damar, Canales. I've been really hard on Canales. But the team is fighting for him. The team is fighting for Avero. They're playing. And we're not last place. We're not 0-10. We're not a worst team. There's 9 teams that is picking ahead of us, which means we're doing something good. There's a lot of suckish teams out there, and the Panthers ain't the only laughing stock of the NFL. We actually past 3 weeks played a lot better. So let's get a bye week, relax this week, come out and give Kansas City a good fight. By no means I expect them to win, but we can put up a good fight if we can put everything together. So we'll see how it goes. But all in all, I'll give the Panthers their victory for this past Sunday. It was a real entertaining game. I know we watched it, so I was pleased with the outcome. But yeah, all in all, good win for the Panthers. You guys got anything to chime in on it?
I didn't watch the game much. In fact, I had to go to church, but from the little few clips that I saw, it looked like Bryce Young is kind of got his confidence back. He's making accurate throws. He looks more comfortable inside the pocket, looks more comfortable with the offense. As you said, Dan Morgan don't look like a stooge no more. He look like Dan Morgan actually knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
And you gotta give him credit for making the right decision of benching Bryce Young, even for taking the heat for that. A lot of teams and a lot of coaches wasn't doing that, especially a lot of first-year coaches with a new young quarterback too at the same time. So you gotta give him credit.
It's obvious they saw something there we didn't see.
Right.
They've been through the pattern. They pull the plug after 2 games. People think it's a rash decision, but they're the ones that are dealing with him every single day. Maybe they just said, just leave him sit.
Right. He looks more comfortable, looks more confident too.
I remember I was telling
I think there was a throw down the field to Leggett in between two defenders. I think on the right side of the field.
Yeah.
That play.
He slid.
That was a confidence. That was a confidence. So that's when I think he slid to the side of the pocket.
Yeah.
Stayed in the pocket and delivered that ball down the field.
Then there was an outpost again in the fourth quarter, and third down was a key third down, and he threw the ball before Leggett even break into the road. Those are stuff he couldn't do before. I remember I was telling Shane, like, sometimes as soon the pocket feel like it collapse, which it ain't, but someone take off one time, full speed, he's shell shocked. Now he's staying in the pocket, he eyes down the field. Those are stuff that you want to see from your quarterback. Remember we were talking about it. Every quarterback can run coming out of the NFL now. But if you can't manage within your system, you're gonna always lose because people could prepare for that. You have to stay within your system and make the tough throws because everybody could run now. That's a bonus. But if you can only run and can't play within your system, you ain't gonna last long. So credit where credit is due to those guys in Carolina. I'm impressed and I'm happy. Shane, you got anything on it?
Yeah, I agree with that kid. You're saying, like, I watched the game with you, and like what you say, you see Bryce Young climbing the pocket, you see him staying comfortable in the pocket, and then you see him making the throws, till they get to what's that guy named Coca, making Coca, and then you have the run game going with Chuba. It's coming around to be a complete game. Defense was playing good and everything. You see that confidence building in Bryce Young, and I think like the only thing that I saw that I want to see more of, and I mentioned it to you, was I want to see him use his
legs. Yeah.
Right. So he's confident in the pocket now, but I think you still have to use your God-given talent, which is how to maneuver on the pocket. Use it. As I said, I think maybe the next series after that, he started scrambling the pocket. And he had some big plays. So get more games like that, get confidence boosted under Bryce Young, and lead the young guys start to cook. The team is a young team, so you don't expect them. You expect them to be out there, doing it all. You see them building. They really come from the ground up. But to see the positive vibes on how the Panthers win that game, even though it's the Giants, it's still like
it was a big party.
It's 22 NFL teams. There was NFL teams for a reason. But you're supposed to win games that you're supposed to win, right? You gotta win the games that you're supposed to win. And this is one of those games that they were supposed to win, and they went out and did it. I don't know, they're saying, nobody should lose to the Panthers, but the Panthers gonna be an upcoming team. You might need next year. They one piece away from making a bounce.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like I tell KG today, like the offensive side of the ball is actually built really, really well. You need that one speedster, and I honestly think too that I would have tried to get like a T. Higgins or one of them to go with these young fellas. You still need that kind of big play. I still think Leggett could be the big play, but I would. My opinion is I would try to get one of them big time receivers still to help and draft a speedster in the draft. But for the most part, the line's built. Everybody on the line coming back next year. Everybody on the line playing good. Our third string, how crazy it is? Our third string center was playing in that game, Cade Mays. And he allowed one pressure for the entire game against Texas Dexter. That speaks volume to the coaching style. I know KG always would say Stoutland a big time thing, but I got to give my partner Gilbert, the offensive line coach, a huge ton of credit because Ike Kwanu's turned out to be really good this year. The additions of Damian Lewis and Robert Hunt has been big time for the Panthers. Every center we had has carpet went down. He's playing like a beast. Christensen, he played left tackle and center. He playing good. Cade Mays been playing good, and Taylor Moton been playing good. So I know the shuffle gonna come on the defensive side in the half season because you got to see if we're gonna be there long term or you're gonna get another defensive coordinator and then you build. But for the offensive side of the ball, you got 3 rookies in the top 10 for the rookie rankings in receiving yard. He's sharing the ball and everybody getting involved, so you see him progression. So like I said, too much times I come on this show and I didn't even want to speak. I was so depressed with football and everything, and then plus 2 of your teams winning, my team just sucking bad. But at least, like I said, it's becoming a lot more better the past 2-3 weeks. And like I said, even if I lose, I just want to see a hard-fought game from the Panthers because that to me tells me that the players are progressive. So, like I say, all in all, past 2 weeks, first back-to-back wins since 2021. That speaks a lot. We in 2024. We had back-to-back wins in 3 years. So, yeah, I'll keep it going to the bye week. I'll enjoy my Sunday during the bye week and get ready for the Chiefs next week. All right. Which one of y'all want to take it over?
We go down the line. I go next since my game was a 1-5 game.
All right.
Finals coming off the bye week, going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm taking up the from the Buccaneers without Mike Evans and Godwin. Mayfield is playing awesome ball. And I was kind of worried about this game, but this is again, we in the finals in a zone right now where we must win. It's a tight race out in the NFC West, and we outside the playoff window for the first time in 4 or 5 years now. So we got to fight to stay in it. Good news is we got back Christian McCaffrey. He came back to the game, even though he was part of the offense, but you could see still that he's still working his way in, but big part of the offense. The game was tight going on to the end. I don't think it should have been as tight as it should have been because I think Brock Purdy had an awesome game. Brock Purdy had 353 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, quarterback rating 114.9, I think it was. Debo, Kittle, Juwan all had good receiving stats. McCaffrey had some good rushing stats and receiving stats. Kittle with the most explosive plays in the game, and Juwan just doing Juwan things. Defense-wise, the defense wasn't bad. We gave up one touchdown in the first quarter, and then a field goal. And then the big part of the game, and again, I always preach it, the problem with the finals and why we don't have 1, 2, 3 Super Bowls right now is that we don't ever play as a complete team. If the offense playing good, the defense ain't playing good. If the defense playing good, the offense ain't playing good. If the offense and defense playing good, special teams ain't playing good. And coming on to this year, special teams has been a major problem for the finals. One, we muff a kick. No, I don't think it was a muff kick. Me personally, I thought that the guy got blocked into the returner, but the referee's been on a roll this year, so I ain't even trying to stress myself with the referees. And then the next one is the field goal kicker. Granted, Moody came back from an injury, but you got to know Moody's is either good or he ain't good. In the warm-ups, Moody hitting 60-yard bombs. All the warm-ups. Coming in the game, Moody missed 3 field goals. 3 field goals. Nothing longer than 44 yards. Pulling to the right, pulling to the left, shanking to the right. If Moody hit those 3 field goals, this game is 30-20. At least. Maybe less because they might not even got the last touchdown. And the game would have been out. They'd have been scrambling to score. He come down and he hit the game-winning field goal. Yeah, everybody say, oh, he redeemed himself. I don't think you redeemed yourself. You missed 3 field goals. When we got to rely on you to hit a field goal during the games, we need you to hit them field goals. I'm watching kickers all night kicking field goals. I think that we need to reassess Moody. Maybe resting him for the season, put him on the bench like I do Bryce Young. In one of the backup kickers that came in, we had 2 backup kickers came in when he was injured. The first kicker came in the first game, he was doing good, and then he get injured. Then we bring in the second. Then we bring in the second kicker. And the second kicker come in, and he do a good job. But then Moody come back, and Moody was like, he gonna start, and then he missed 3 field goals. That's unacceptable to me. That's unacceptable. Not a first wrong. Well, he was not wrong draft pick. Missing out.
I never hear in the history of the NFL them benching a kicker for him to gain confidence. Kickers are changing so fast that because he can't.
Exactly. They benching him.
I never hear the NFL
They get a cutty mark keeping.
best kicker say
Yeah.
they get confident to come back kickers and cut your cut fast.
Well, we need to do something with Heat because if you can't, I need a consistent kicker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I kind of saying you have one bad game, but he ain't. Everybody say, "Oh, he been doing good." No, he don't been doing that good. Moody to miss at least one field goal a game. I can't be having that. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what caused the kind of like the scuffle on the sideline. You know, and me and KG talk about it all the other day. Now, Acho don't agree with it, but if you read the comments on Acho, Acho's probably the only person who don't agree with it other than KG.
Me too.
When he was treated, but I don't count you though.
And my ass.
I think we do. I think it's about 10 out of 5, and there's somebody like the fire behind the finals behind because this is below our standards. We're playing like garbage, like Kakadoodle this season. I don't know like that. And somebody needs to get upset, mad, break up a surface on the sideline. You know, and just spark it. But I don't know. We need to get now. No, McCaffrey came out today in an interview and he said he still didn't feel like himself in the first game. That's granted. You probably weren't. And he probably get better. We're still waiting on Dre Greenlaw to come back. We're still waiting on Hufanga to come back. You know, so we still got 3 key pieces to come back on the defensive side to meld back that defense that we were just getting gashed up the middle by Bucky Irvin and Tampa Bay. And then we're going to talk about Bosa. I got 2 clips on Bosa going wrong. One, where Baker Mayfield is stiff-arming Bosa. He running to the sideline where stiff-arming Bosa. Bosa have his 2 hands holding on to Mayfield and running with him on the side.
Yeah, I should have played them post now. Like.
No. I either get vexed with me. And you know me, if I say, no, I coach little fellas in football. I don't coach tackle, I coach flag. I would be yelling at my player, pull him down to the ground. Just drop all your weight. You have his arm, just drop your weight. But because of the NFL rules these days, defensive players are scared to do anything to a quarterback because they get called for a penalty. I don't care at that point. All Bosa had to do was drop to the ground because Mayfield would have pulled Mayfield on the ground. What happened at the end? Mayfield ended up throwing the ball and converting a first down, which led to a score. You can't tell me that Bosa outweighed Mayfield by at least 100 pounds. You got to be able. You got your 2 hands on the quarterback arm. He not throwing arm. You yank him to the ground. You drop all your weight and yank him to the ground. What are they gonna call? They can't call roughing the passer. You already have him. He out the pocket. He out on the end going. And you have him holding. Just pull him down to the ground. A second play, he just completely whiffed on a play. No, he did make up. He still had up 2. He still ended up having 2 sacks. But you're gonna point out those plays. You're supposed to be our key guy. You can't be doing it. You can't be having Baker Mayfield out there stiff arming you. You can't be having no quarterback out there stiff arming you unless he named Josh Allen. I just can't see. There's no other bigger quarterback out there other than Josh Allen that could be stiff arming defensive ends. Then you're coming down to the end of the game with the last drive, the last touchdown they had. We get 3 personal fouls. 3. All by the defense. Hands to the face by Fred Warner on a blitz. Okay, I'll take that all day. Then we get a play where Baker Mayfield ducked. And Collins grabbed him around the top of his head and tried to pull him to the ground. They call roughing the passer. The quarterback in the pocket. The quarterback had to duck. What defensive tackle is supposed to do? And then we call again for face mask on the quarterback again. And then they score, they tie the game up. We got clean up. The Finals playing sloppy football right now, winning games close that is supposed to win far away. Bigger than that.
You put that on coaching or the players?
Say what?
You put it on the coaching or the players?
I put it on the players. The coaching out there making the personal fouls. You can't coach and tell them don't grab the face mask. You know, they know that. You know, why are you blitzing with your hands up in the air, up close to the offensive line face? You know, you reaching around the face mask. Where you grabbing the face mask? You don't get called for slapping the face mask. You get called for grabbing the face mask. You know, and it's slappiness. It's not the coaching. It's the execution. It's execution on both facets.
Right thing to do. Oh, go ahead, sir.
But the finals did come up with a win. That's all what matters. At the end of the day, against a good team in their home turf, a much needed win to keep us in pace with the Cardinals. And now we're going on to play the Seattle Seahawks, who we should beat in Levi, and then gain another advantage up. Just need Arizona to take an L somewhere down the lane.
All right, Jizzle, you got anything on the 49ers?
I think the issue with the 49ers right now is the red zone was that they got. And I cannot put a question into two. For the simple fact that you gotta get more creative in that red zone. I mean, it seems like he's a little bit more predictable. It seems like Todd Bowles actually knew what was coming in those red zone plays. He knew how to blitz, how to play his coverages, how to play his corners. I think what's his name had a big game. Levante David. He seemed like he was unstoppable in that game. But they gotta fix that. They gotta fix the red zone. They're able to drive the ball on the field, but it seems like when they get the red zone, they kind of stutter a little bit. So they need to fix that. Because I mean, as you see, they can't rely on the kicker. So at some point, you gotta find a way to punch that ball in the end zone. You either gotta find a way to get Debo involved in the passing game. I mean, you can't just keep running that in the run with Debo all the time. You gotta find a way. I think this is what they miss a whole lot is Ayuk. Ayuk was able to get open in that red zone a whole lot with his route running and his savviness. But I think what they need to do is use Kittle more in that red zone. Find a way to use him. Him and Yusek maybe in the passing game as a 2 tight end set somehow, or even a bunch formation. But come up with some creative ways to use your receivers and use your weapons. It can't be that same in the run to Debo or the jet sweep to McCaffrey or something like that, whatever. Get Kittle more involved at times. And even Joanne Jennings too. Get that big body receiver inside the red zone too at times to get a touchdown. I still think Kyle Shanahan needs to get a little bit more creative in the red zone.
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you this. If a team ever decide to stop Joanne Jennings and third down, the 49ers ain't scoring. Because how the hell you don't know he's going to jail?
That's another thing. I don't understand that.
I don't understand.
Every single third down, he forcing only read is Jennings. And for some strange reason, he wide open in the middle. I don't understand teams.
I don't understand either. It's typical, you know it. I could call it. I could sit there and call it all day. Third down. We Brock going. Joanne Jennings.
I honestly don't understand how teams. The only team I had seen to take advantage of that was, remember that Vikings game when the fella jumped them ropes in the middle street.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I have no idea.
No other team.
No team don't know that the final look for Jennings and third down. I don't know. I still think you got that team. The team is a strong team. But like you say, they're not producing to their potential. It's a team.
And hopefully we see coming on the lane. I mean, Brock has put up the numbers.
Yeah, black players are good for that.
Yeah.
Like I agree with Casey. The red zone again. He could put up 500 yards, but we ain't scoring touchdowns in the red zone. It don't matter.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
Like I tell you, hopefully the addition of having McCaffrey back changes it.
Mm-hmm.
But persons that are getting paid 12, 13, 14 and up million need to play to what they're being paid to. And Austin just I put some of it on coaching and some of it on the players, like you see. Especially on the defensive side, I think I know you got some injuries, but
we ain't got that much though.
Exactly. I put it on Sorensen mode and I put it on the player. I can understand the penalties. Again, they're gonna tell you that again. That's coaching. He's not coach. you gotta get that shit out of the way in practice. And so some of them we can't stop, but I still think so. I just don't.
I'll give some examples where I think is players, and then I give some examples where I think is coaching. The one example I think is players, goddamn Bosa. You cannot have your two hands on the quarterback and not dragging onto the ground. You can't be there footing with him. Everybody's seen that video. That does make you sick to your stomach if you're a defensive line coach. Make you sick to your stomach. Come from a man who making $90-something million a year. Not like a year, but who making $90-something million a year. You know what I'm saying? And then the stupid penalties on the line. You blitzing and you got your hands up in the air from a veteran player. That's players. Now, coaching, where you come from, you know, me feel, come on, man. Come on, man.
He can only throw the ball at Kid Upton.
Come on, man.
Kid Upton,
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, there, nickel coverage like we damn. You pay a cover £4. That's what you know him for. And you just put Mayfield and scrambling going nowhere. So Fred don't need the spy. Fred could cover the tight end and then have a nickel corner over the top of the tight end. That's the only way. That's the only place he went all night long between Atten and freaking Bucky.
Yeah,
that's all we had to do.
Exactly.
That's all we had to do. And you got to see that, man. You got. I don't like KG said. I don't know what these defensive coordinators be looking at. I don't know. How you know? How you don't know to go ahead and double up Joanne Jennings on third down? How do you not know that? Brock Purdy is still a young quarterback. He is not like he played ahead. His first and only read is Joanne Jennings on third down. His first and only read. He got forced that ball to Joanne no matter what. And nobody picked up on that.
Yeah, some things I just don't understand from opposing coaches. Like
I don't watch the game. Everybody
I don't
watch the flower, Brock Purdy. Check him on third down.
Straight to Joanne.
Straight to Joanne. He's not looking off. He's directly staring at Joanne. And like Cutie said, Minnesota figured out. That's why we lose. That way we can't beat Minnesota.
They cover the middle of the field very good because that's where Joanna's making money. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
But like you say, like I think players who getting paid shitloads of money need to step up. Step up. In regards to the incident, like you say, the only people you know ain't like it is David Ash, the fella.
Acho, yeah.
Acho, me and KG. I got issue with it only for I don't think you gonna do that to a Bosa or one of them. He went at the damn long snapper. He was never pushing no Bosa or Kittle.
He went at a kicker. Like I was saying.
I know he tell the kicker something and then the long snapper tell him something and he pushed. Yeah. But as a veteran, if say like if Kittle was there and he had tell Debo, hey, don't be going at a kicker like that, like try to boost him up, he would not never push Kittle. My thing is who he pushed, the damn long snapper that nobody know.
She let her push him too. Who's you?
Nah.
$150,000 man talking to me like that. Get away from
here. Exactly. You see that? You hear what he said, KD? $450,000 man.
You know what Taylor Pepper rate me as a man?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He's a nobody.
Right. That's my thing. He would have never do it to Bosa or Kittle or one of them. That's my problem there. He would have never ever do that. But he do it to somebody who nobody gonna remember after the damn incident happened. My issue with Debo is, and I don't know, see, maybe you've seen it different. He's not playing up to his contract this year. I don't think so.
No, I think he is.
You think so?
Yeah, he certainly is doing. Look at his stats.
I saw it. 400 and something yards, 1 touchdown. That is not good. That is not good for how much Debo had get contract extension, right?
Not for.
No, he do a thing. He do a restructure.
Okay. But for one of your go-to players having missed McCaffrey and then Ayuk at only 400 and something yards and a touchdown, and then he must have got 26 rushing yards. That ain't good, partner, in my eyes. We need to step the shit up. Probably the last snapper had tell him that. He needs to step the shit up, and he chuck out the last snapper because the last snapper tell him that. Why got issue with it for that reason that he would not do it to one of those to another big-time player. Mm-hmm. If that was against Kittle, then I'd say that's two captains going at it, and you're gonna respect that. not against somebody that ain't not against somebody that nobody remember. I just feel like he underperforming this year, especially having a youth Oak and McCaffrey missed so much games. But we know he ain't a prototypical receiver. He's like they move him around and so, and he come out of the backfield and so. But that's just my thing. I just think he need to be playing more. Jennings got more receiving yards than him.
Yeah, he does.
Exactly. So that don't get me wrong, I like Jennings, but there's no way he should have to see more receiving yards than Debo. Debo on the field way more than Jennings. And without McCaffrey and without Ayuk, he should be getting the targets with Kittle. Two of them should be getting the targets if you're running the bar. But
We got Paul Sell coming up now too.
and Parcell, I saw he got a big touchdown. Good for him after that thing that happened to him earlier. So I like Parcell. So that should help again. Surprised you guys didn't try to get a receiver in the for the trade deadline to help, but maybe getting Parcell.
I think, we talked about this earlier, and I think with the fact that they had known that Parcell was coming back in, the way how he healed, I don't think we needed to add another wide receiver. Okay, so basically Parcell replaced Ayuk, and you still got Debo, Joanne. That's the three main wide receivers. Then you still got so.
Debo got step it up though. Debo got give you more. Give you more. You gotta be the number one target. Joanne Jennings can't be a number one target. Debo got to be a number one target.
Joanne is number one right now.
Yeah. He playing like it, but Debo got you got that contract. You gotta use the team captain. You gotta step it up a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I will see because, like you say, you got a big divisional matchup against the Seahawks. Division right there still because, as you say, Arizona playing real good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams took a L Monday, but they got the Raiders, so that should be a win for them. And then they got to play the Seahawks, which is close in the standing, so that should be a big game. I got you guys a win, but we'll see what happens on Sunday.
Yeah, so we still have half a game behind the we second place right now in the division. We half a game behind the Cardinals.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes on Sunday for that game at home, right?
At home, yeah.
At home. All right, Dizzle. Shift it over now to Philly. Victory over Dallas.
Another dominant performance again over those, what do you say, lackluster Cowboys. There's a new sheriff in town now for this year. Again, I have given Vic Fangio a lot of shit, but I gotta give him credit again. Since the bye week, the Eagles have been a dominant force. They've been number one in defense, total defense, number one in least points allowed, number one in passing defense, number one in rush defense, number one in sacks, most turnovers forced in the last 3 games. I think we got double-digit turnovers now. Last year, the Eagles probably only had 4 turnovers, I could think. So the fact that you got a veteran defensive coordinator in there, but it's not just that too. You got to give Harry Roseman credit for bringing in some great talent on the defensive back end. You know, last year we struggled at the defensive back end with safeties and cornerbacks. You got Quinion Mitchell, who's playing like an all-pro, Pro Bowler type of cornerback. You got Cooper DeJean. Got to give Vic Fangio credit again for benching Avante Maddox and allowing Cooper DeJean to step in as the starting slot corner. He's playing great football right now. I think he was rated the top corner by Pro Football Focus for the past 2 weeks. Got to give Vic Fangio credit again for seeing the talent that Zach Bond was. And I think he was drafted by the Saints, seeing that talent and making how he signed Zach Bond and bringing him in. And now he's playing like an all-pro linebacker. He's getting turnovers. He's taking up space, getting tackles for loss, leading the team in tackles, leading the team in turnovers as a linebacker. Great in coverage. Even Kobe Dean, as you know me, giving Kobe Dean a lot of shit. He's playing a whole lot better this year. Playing a lot more fast, a lot more quicker. It seems like he understands the defense a little bit more. Playing better in space. He's even playing much better in coverage too as well. Reed Blankenship playing good too. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson bringing that energy, bringing that swagger, playing great on defense. What's his name? Isaiah Rogers playing good. Kelly Ringo. So the whole defense is playing great. The defensive line, even Bryce Huff. We had a Bryce Huff sighting in that game with a sack fumble and Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
Even Jalex Hunt, the rookie Jalex Hunt, who nobody knew about from Houston Christian, had a few stints, a few snaps, playing some great football, had a pressure, had a tackle for loss. Jalen Carter, who played great early last season but fell off late in the season. He's getting better week by week. He's beating double teams. He's playing great in the run game. Brandon Graham, the old savvy veteran, still looks like a young 24-year-old Brandon Graham. So you gotta give credit to Vic Fangio and that defensive coaching staff for helping this defense to rewrite the ship and play some great football since the bye week. They held Dallas to 149 total yards. Held Cooper Rush to 45 yards in passing. He couldn't do a damn thing. Held the running game to 97 rushing yards. So another great dominant performance. We're gonna see how this translates next week against the Washington Commanders, against a great offensive coordinator, a very good rookie quarterback, and a very good Washington Commanders team with a decent set of wide receiver weapons in the backfield. As for the offense, still another hiccup again. We still haven't reached the ceiling yet. I think Kellen Moore kind of probably got in over his head a little bit going against Dallas Cowboys. Probably wanted to prove that he should have been the head coach over there instead of Mike McCarthy. Came out with these long, deep passing, developing plays. We should have actually came up with some short routes, some quick developing plays, run the football with Saquon Barkley, get your quarterback in rhythm, and then after create some explosive plays later on in the first half. I think the team didn't start to get going until probably the last few minutes of the first half. There was an interception that Jalen Hurts threw, which we need to see Jalen Hurts become better with manipulating receivers. I mean, that's receivers, cornerbacks with his eyes a little bit. I think there was an interception where what he should have done was look off his intended target, where what's his name again? Trevon Diggs was look him off and throw the ball to Grant Calcaterra. Because Trevon Diggs likes to jump routes a whole lot. So at times you gotta beat him with your eyes. Don't stare him down because he's constantly looking at the quarterback. So move your eyes a little bit, manipulate the defender, and then after that, throw the ball the other way. Would have been an easy touchdown. So he still has to get better inside the pocket with doing certain things. Gotta give credit. I saw on the center play. I think it was a seven-step drop. I haven't seen Jalen Hurts done that all year as much, and I didn't see him do it during his career too as well. So he had on the center play, 7-step drop, and delivered the football accurately down the field to AJ Brown. So you kind of see Kellen Moore's offense taking effect. You saw Devontae Smith down the field, wide open at times. The only problem is the protection didn't hold up a lot. The offensive line didn't have that great of a game. Could have been a much better game, and I think if they did, they probably would have scored at least 50-something points. But it's a step in the right direction. But still need to see Jalen Hurts get better with his pocket presence. Still leaving the pocket a little bit too early. There were times where there was a cross to Devontae Smith, where instead of him leaving the pocket early, could have easily delivered the football to Devontae Smith. Probably an easy completion and probably a first down and probably even a big gain too as well. So we still need to see Jalen Hurts play from inside within the pocket and trust your offensive line and trust your weapons. You got some of the best receivers in the NFL right now, in the league right now. Probably the best wide receiver tandem. Use them. Dallas Goedert is back. He had a good sighting too as well. Had a good game, a decent, okay game. for his first game back. Saquon Barkley had a good game as well. As for Kenneth Gainwell, I sent the video in Twitter where he had a wide open lane for a touchdown, but for some reason he couldn't see it. He started to run into his own offensive lineman and then had to get that. I think at this point we need to put Kenneth Gainwell on the bench and see what this Will Shipley can do. I had enough of Kenneth Gainwell because he's not giving you any positive yards, any positive gains when Saquon Barkley is off the field. You need a positive yardage type of running back. Someone who could step in and take the load off of Saquon Barkley a little bit. Someone who could be a little bit electric at times. But we shall see later on. But again, gotta give credit to Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts and the offense for rewriting the ship later in the first half. And in the second half, they were able to get a lead by the end of the third quarter and was able to rest up and get ready for the Washington Commanders next week. So again, a step in the right direction. Gotta give Vic Fangio credit again for rewriting the ship with this defense and having this defense playing some elite football.
All right. Shane, you got anything on the Eagles?
No, I think the Eagles went out there and do exactly what they were supposed to do against Dallas Cowboys, who are spiraling down the drain right now at this point. Played up to what I think Eagles should be playing up to against a divisional rival like the Cowboys. They went out and handled their business. Yeah, I think you still got to play them again, right? But kind of the first time you got to play them, right?
It is the first time you play them. We got to play them again.
They don't got a sour taste in their mouth. Then they got to go to field to play against them. It's still going to be the same situation because Dak is gone for the season. And you've seen the frustration on the sidelines. You've seen the frustration with the players. Micah Parsons did come back from his long stint. He had a little impact, in the game, but he's just one player again. So I think Eagles are starting to trend in the right direction, starting to put it together. In this Thursday, they got a big game. I think that's where we can focus on and see what the Eagles are all about this Thursday coming up.
Yeah, my thing is, let me see what the Eagles do Thursday because the Eagles got tendency to play so good against these teams and then go change up the whole damn game plan against a team that you would think they're going to give them a little bit more test.
They're going to be up for this game.
The Commanders had a really good game against the Steelers right at the end by one, I think, right?
By one, yeah.
But the Eagles know what the recipe for success is. Feed that ball to Saquon. Feed it. They're going to open up the lane for other players. For the passing, you already got two deadly receivers. Having Saquon is a luxury, boy. When you got a thing that good. When you got somebody that good, having Saquon is a luxury. Also, like you see, the big surprise is the defense actually coming together. The offense wasn't the issue because you had the personnel.
Yep.
The defense was the wild card because you don't know how the defense would have played. Like you see, we're a little worried about half the linebackers, but everybody in Fangio and everybody's playing good. So credit to the Eagles handling their business, taking care of business. We expected them to be at this 7-2. What is 7-2, right?
7-2.
We expected this, so give credit where credit is due. But I want to see how that game is against it because any stupidness, then you can hear KG coming here and cussing all week next week.
You could bet that.
And I ain't into that with he. I try to enjoy my two week holiday.
Yeah, no, how you seeing?
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, 2 game high.
But he definitely believe it. So you ain't gonna come here and mock me up. But again, if the Eagles continue the recipe for success, then we're gonna see what happens. So let's just see how it goes. But like I said, another convincing win for the Eagles. The Eagles doing what they're supposed to do. So take care of stupid teams, bad teams.
Yep.
So we'll see. Because Thursday, big game start off week 11. In a big game. In Philly?
In Philly.
a big game.
So in Philly. So let's see how it goes for that game.
Well, the Commanders' rush defense is what? Below average right now?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not good.
I think maybe below average. Yeah,
Exactly. So that's the game plan right there.
that's your game plan.
Come out running the football.
That's your game plan.
That's easy. Come out running the football.
You're right. That's his game plan, right?
I mean,
me and you don't have these mass conversations.
I mean,
Friday.
I think they got what 1,500 total rushing yards right now. So they're running the football since the bye week. They're running the football. They got what 1,500 total rushing yards right now. So they're running the football. They're running the football now.
Well,
They finally realized that Saquon should be the focal point of the offense.
exactly. It should have been all the time.
Redskins are ranked 28.
Right. Exactly.
I
The
guess
Redskins still got a lot of flaws on the offense. I mean, on the defense. It's just that it's so effective on offense that it being working. So, but like you say, we'll see how it goes for this big NFC East showdown on Thursday, and then next week we'll talk
I
about
think
it.
if we win this game, I think we're going with the division.
Yeah, I think so too.
We win this game, we're going with the division. Cause right now we were 3-0. We beat the Giants, beat the Cowboys. 2-0. Beat the Giants, beat the
I
Cowboys.
still think you guys.
If we beat the Commanders, we'll be 3-0
I
in
still
the
think you
division.
guys are gonna win the division if you win this.
And
Game.
I think if we beat them, we sweep in the division too.
Okay, we got a little too far.
No. We sweep in partner. We sweep in the division.
I think FedEx Field and I don't even know if they call it FedEx Field no more. They gonna beat that year.
Landover, Maryland.
I
You
don't-
make it nice in Landover, Maryland.
I don't see I losing to the Cowboys, but like I say, Thursday gonna tell me we are stand.
Yeah, Thursday going to define it.
Like I say,
And if we dominate,
well, then if you dominate,
if
no.
you dominate, then you're talking about Super Bowl
I
contender.
know Jalen Hurts gonna try outdo
He don't need to. Don't need to.
Jaden Daniels, and that's a recipe for disaster.
He need to control himself and not play hero ball.
He outdo Joe Burrow. So we shall see.
Eh,
We shall see.
no, he want to go tit for tat. Cause then when he outduel Jaden Daniels, you come here cussing and say, well, he outdueled Joe Burrow.
Yep.
He gonna outdo Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels we're gonna send him back to earth this week.
How about that?
Bring him back to earth this week.
What ass?
When Jalen Carter stuff him up a little bit,
How about
that small little brittle frame that he got, we'll bring him back to earth this week.
I hope they don't hear ball when you up and run up them the damn field on you.
No. One little lash. Zach Bond. Helmet to your ass. Lick him down. That's it.
Ah, right. With that, we bring our show to an end here tonight. Like you said, you got the Thursday night game, the Thursday night clash. Eagles versus Commanders, and then Niners versus Seahawks.
At 4 o'clock.
Sunday afternoon game, late afternoon game. So we'll be checking those out. Panthers got a bye week, like I said. So that brings us to the end of the show. Next week, you're going to hear us talk on those two games, see how it is, and then we just watch the rest of the games. But like I said, be sure to like and subscribe to our page and get all the latest news and content. Like you say, you want to come on if you ever want to join the show, we're more than happy to have you onto the show. Just send us a DM on Twitter, and we can get you on the show to talk some football. It doesn't have to be one of our teams, your team, but most preferably, maybe you're a Niners fan, Eagles fan, or Panthers fan, we get you on the team. So get you on the show for one show, talk some football. But yeah, week 11, starting to go the back half of the season now, getting ready to see where we're at. The fight is on for playoff positioning as we go. And we got Eagles, Commanders, Thursday night, and Niners, Seahawks, late afternoon Sunday game, and Panthers got a bye week. So we'll see everyone next week, and we hope everyone has a good week 11. The week 11 week of football. Without that, I'm done. I don't know if you guys got anything.
I'm done.
Nah, that's it.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week, Tuesday, for another weekly wrap up.
Peace.